Look, red rose, white ceiling. No body, no casket, just blood spilling. Red rose, white ceiling. Red rose, white ceiling. I'm in that red rose, white ceiling. Hey yo, red rose, white ceiling. I'm in the rapping mood. Anybody can rap. Anybody want to, challenge me? You
got a lot of red on. It's gonna be hot, but I don't run from the streets though, cause I ain't gonna get shot.
You ain't have to come at me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's my turn. I ain't freestyling a minute, man. Let me see. Look. Red rose, white ceiling.
The game is here. The all-new crew show. Power 106. Your first topic is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I be rocking my Kobe's, I be in a red rose.
I love that intro. You know what's funny? That's the only freestyle I've ever heard Game do, man. Like, only red rose, white ceiling. Like, bro, gotta talk about, yo. Like, the first word is Black Mamba, and he goes, oh, red rose, white ceiling. Bro, what does that have to do with Mambas, bro? Yeah, it is what it is. People talk about it. Devontae back in the house. I was actually going to do a stream a few days ago, but I decided, you know what, we're going to talk about it today anyway. So I also wanted some rest a little bit. Just have a quiet weekend, because I think the weekend before the Champions League final, so it's like, yeah, okay, look, let me just relax for a bit, because the World Cup is gonna start this week, and we got a lot to talk about. Hence the title of this live stream. We got a lot to talk about regarding this World Cup. That's for sure, and not really a lot of positive stuff, to be honest. I wish I could, but yeah, America is just is its own enemy, unfortunately. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, like and share the stream, peoples. Later on, I'm even going to throw out the link for anybody that wants to hop on and have their say, because we got some stuff to talk about this World Cup. No, let's you know what? Before I actually start with talking about football, let's start with basketball, peoples, because I feel like that's a good segue into the World Cup, right? Yeah, Helena is in the house. Yes, I saw the Timber. Yes, okay. You know what? Let's start with that. Timber is missing the World Cup, and I was just talking to Yasa TV about it. Shout out Yasa TV. Subscribe to this channel. I also spoke to Michael and Milan, our good friends from Ajax Praat, about Timber missing the World Cup final. Sorry, the World Cup. But this is actually something that, to be honest, a lot of us could have predicted that he was not going to be 100% fit. He did play the Champions League final, but I feel like that was a panic move from Supreme Leader Mick Jong-un, because Mosquera was losing his cool. Like, Mosquera was really like losing focus to defend Varaskelia, and got that yellow card for time wasting, and caused that penalty. So unfortunately, Timber had to come on, and yeah, it is what it is. But Timber hasn't really been fit even before that. Like, he has been struggling with injuries. It is what it is. So Geertruida, if I'm correct, is going to be the replacement for Julian Timber. And to be honest, I feel like it's a wasted space. A wasted spot. You know why? Because Timber wasn't already fit. So if Timber is not fit enough, why did you even call him up? Right? So, like, that spot could have been used for Frimpong or K. Smith. Yeah, who else? Like, somebody else. That would have been, a lot more useful, because Timber was never 100% fit. So now Geertruida is coming, which, I mean, is I don't mind, because he had a decent season for Sunderland. But again, that spot could have been used for Frimpong or somebody else to join the team. Zian Fleming, a lot of, somebody else that could have used that spot, right? And Timber defensively, I would say he's the best defender that we have. So yeah, because if I look at the defense of the Netherlands, is of course in the total package is the best defense in the World Cup. I would say the best defense. But the best defender, like solo defender, would be Timber, right? Because Van Dijk is not that good anymore. Van der Ven is okay, but again, I always call him a pace merchant because he relies too much on his pace. Ake is finished. Dumfries, he's a good defender on his day, but I feel like going forward, especially for the Dutch national team, he's better going forward because he also scores a lot of goals for the team, right? So yeah. Matthijs de Ligt is not. Yeah, he's injured, so of course we miss Matthijs de Ligt as well. Jean-Paul Verhecken, like, listen, man, the only Jean-Paul that I acknowledge is Sean-Paul from Jamaica. All right, that's only Sean-Paul that we acknowledge. We don't acknowledge that psycho from Brighton. Like, absolutely not. And what is that thing? Huh? Nothing. I'll put. Yeah, to be honest, Frimpong would have been useful for the right wing. I mean, he can play right back, but we all know defensively he's not good unless you play him as a wing back. So like what Leverkusen did with Frimpong, play him as a wing back, worked out for him at Leverkusen. I think that would have been if Koeman is gonna do that, then Frimpong would have used. I feel like Frimpong, regardless of the season he had at Liverpool, I would still took him simply because I would not play 4-3-3 because this team is not really built for 4-3-3. If you want to really best your chances to go far, play 3-5-2 or 5-5-3-2 or 5-4-1, whatever, like a more defensive approach. Because we're not that good attacking wise, though. We're not just not good enough. No, we don't have the quality we used to have years ago. And even the quality that we had, like I was looking back at for the Dutch people that know what I'm talking about, Ziggo, right? They were talking about the World Cup 2010, and if you look at that team, right, offensively was probably top notch, right? Yeah, Van der Vaart, Snyder, Van Persie, Robben, Elia. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sleep on Elia. Elia was an insanely talented player, though. You know what I'm saying? From my city, by the way. Shout out Elia. I met Elia one time, though. Like, I saw him one time at a restaurant here in the city of The Hague, right? How to Walk. He was there with his family. I think it was New Year's Day. I think it was last year of New Year's Day, not this year. So like me and my wife, we were there, right? Elia was there, like waiting, something like by the hallway, just waiting. You know what I'm saying? And I just like hollered him because I was like, like, you know what it is. I don't really like be like, oh, giddy for celebrities. Like, whoa, because I know these people just want to chill. And he was his family because I'm not gonna be, oh, yo, Elia, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like, he saluted back. It's like, bro, we know you, Elia. You know what I'm saying? But shout out Elia. Elia's a chill dude, man. He was a chill dude. So it's going to be really tough for them. I saw Morocco, Norway. The first set was good. So I think if the Netherlands go through, then they face Morocco. Morocco is tough though, but I don't see Morocco going far as well. To be honest with you, I feel like this Morocco is not as good as the Morocco from the last World Cup. When they when Ziyech was there and stuff. Like, I feel like that was the best Morocco. But this Morocco felt off. And by the way, I'm not rooting for Morocco because I don't like what they did to Senegal, though, to be honest. But that's a story for another day. So yeah, the Netherlands, say what you want, but the Netherlands is always at their best when they get underestimated a lot, even by their own country. That is when they are at their best. In terms of the last, I would say, 20 years, like when we underestimate them, that's when they are at their best. Because I remember 2010, like a lot of people say, oh, we're not going to do shit. And they were this close to win the World Cup. And in 2012, everybody was like, oh, let's see what we did 2010, we can win the Euros. That didn't go anywhere. 2014, when we're close to reaching the final again, unfortunately, ran to Argentina. And 2022, I would say that team was also a little bit underestimated, you know. So who knows? Listen, I'm not going to say that the Netherlands is going to go far, but again, for the last 20 years, from what I've seen, when people underestimate them, that is when they are at their absolute best. So we might see another 2010 scenario. Like, I'm not leaving it out because football is a funny game. Football really is a funny game. So, like, if you all of a sudden you see the Netherlands go through and win the final, I, I'm the first to tell you right here. Like, I'll be the first to tell you right here. Like, you heard it from me first. No, like you heard it from me first. So I'm just saying, like, the Netherlands are able to do something because people overlook them, and I feel like that's what they get their power from. Of course, the top favorites are France, Spain, Portugal, and even Brazil. Even though Brazil is not as good as it used to be, Brazil is always the favorite because Brazil is just football royalty, so they always will be the favorite. But in terms of like sheer willpower, the Netherlands is like the Green Lantern of this motherfucking football world for the last 20 years. No, because of course the quality that is not there anymore, like the from the 80s and the 90s and the 70s, right? When they had absolute world class, like absolute Ballon d'Or level football players. We don't have that now. You know what I'm saying? We're like the Jamaica now in terms of like, world class Ballon d'Or level football players. We not have that. You know what I'm saying? Like the last time was of course 20, Arjen Robben, you know what I'm saying? Milan, by the way, now nobody's Hey, listen, man. Like we will see, bro. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Um the Lions need to grind. That is what the team revolves. Yep, they do. And I feel like once they get that out their system, we're gonna see they might go far, Like the footballing ability with some of these players are there though. And I feel like if you want to go far, please don't play Memphis Depay. I'm sorry. Like Memphis Depay is finished. Play Donyell Mala in a striker position because he's in form. Why would you play a player just because of his damn status or something? He ain't do shit. Memphis Depay hasn't done shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Deontay's in the house. You know what I'm saying? Why would you play him? Like Donyell Mala is your informed striker. Play Donyell Mala, and I feel like if you do that, you might go far because Memphis Depay is not going to guarantee you something. I'm not saying that Donyell Mala was ever like that good for us, but I feel like if a player is in form, that's a player you should play first. That should be the first player on your starting lineup, not Memphis Depay just because he's damn Memphis Depay. So it's not like we talk about Marco van Basten here or Johan Cruijff, Ruud Gullit, right? Those type of players. No, Memphis Depay is not on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, play Donyell Mala as a striker, and I'll even play Broby before I would play Triple H. I'm talking about Weghorst. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. I would not play with Memphis Depay or Weghorst, right? I'll just play with Broby and Mala. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Endrick is playing so people can see. I think Endrick is going to play a lot, but is he going to play the striker position? I don't know though. I feel like he's better as a right winger though. Like, but we'll see. We'll see this World Cup though. Endrick, I have never gone. It might happen, but the thing is, Brazil is also not as good as it used to be. But they have Carlo Ancelotti, and Carlo Ancelotti is definitely way better manager than Mr. Cowman. Send the by. Right. Listen, people, I'm gonna put the link out. If anybody want to join, y'all free to join. You know what I'm saying? We could chop it up. We could talk about some football. You know what I'm saying? Link is in the comment section. So go hit that link if you want to join and speak your piece. But yeah, Um, I actually was going to talk about basketball though. So let's talk a little bit about basketball though before we get into the World Cup. The New York Knicks playing in the NBA Finals against San Antonio Spurs. They're up 2-0. I'm actually a little bit more rooting for the Knicks because they're a New York team, and I have a special place for the Knicks for some reason. I just like them, especially the '90s with Ewing, right? But you know, I just want them to see you win a title again because I feel like New York, the place, the city deserves it because it's the mecca of basketball, and they only got 2 titles. So, yeah. But if San Antonio win it, I'm not mad because Wemby, I like Wemby, man. Wemby's an incredible player. I'm a fan of Wemby. So if the Spurs turn it around, I won't be mad. It's not like the SGA Thunder situation where it's like, no, these motherfuckers play. I can't back that. But Wemby, yeah, Wemby is. I support Wemby though. So if he wins it, I salute him though because he's incredible. But if the Knicks win it, I'm even more happy because I feel like New York, the city, deserves it. But the game 3 is today, and that whack ass president is in the house for that game. So like a lot of security, people cannot watch outside the garden, right? Secret Service there, like he ruined the whole vibes, man. And this president, man, bro, I wish I could say the things I say off, off YouTube, but this president is a fucking wacko, that's for sure, though. But honestly, everything is like this. You know, I thought his first run was bad though. But this run that he had, his second term is the worst. He's absolutely the worst president of all time. The worst president of all time. Everything it's just like he just wants to ruin everything for everybody. Him along with his little buddy from yeah, we're not going to mention that though. Yeah, don't change the number. Listen, I'm not going to dive into much of that, but like, bruh, I mean, I don't think I get banned from saying he's a bad president though, right? That's crazy. But yeah, um, other than that, right? I'm not gonna say too much, but I feel like dives into what I want to talk about on the stream, like in terms of the World Cup though, because there's a lot of drama going on with this World Cup. Um, I think some of y'all have been reading a lot of the stuff, right? So there was I think yesterday there was close to the England camp. I think in Kansas City there was a shooting, right? And I think like 9 people got injured or something like that. And this is something that I was already scared of with the World Cup being held in America because of the safety. Like America is a very trigger happy country, and it's that's what I was afraid of. Like you know, it did happen in the England camp, but let's say like something like it could happen like outside the stadium or whatever, or like where the fans are. That's what I'm scared of. Not only that, also the visa thing has been a huge problem. Like a lot of journalists from I saw like Ivory Coast, Africa, the Middle East, they got their visas denied. Even some people that are in the football federation, like the staff, they got their visas denied. Um, Players like the Iran foot national team and the Iraq national team that have problems with the visas or whatever, they cannot stay anywhere, whatever it is. It's a whole it's a bro, it's a mess. It is a big mess. And then what else? I saw a referee from Somalia, which is regarded as the best referee from the Africa continent, the continent of Africa. Sorry, right? He got his visa denied. He's not allowed to ref at the World Cup, which to me is nuts, man. Like it didn't we didn't even start yet. We didn't even start yet. There's already a whole lot of drama. And this is probably the most drama I've ever seen regarding a World Cup. Yeah, like it's ridiculous, Deontay. Like for real. But like people, you know, I don't want to get too deep into it because I know like I might get my channel banned. I don't want that. But it's like if I look at the previous World Cups where there was a lot of news coverage about how bad the country was. Like example, Qatar, um, Russia, like specifically those two. That there was a lot of hoopla about, oh yeah, those two countries, blah, 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 blah. But yet, no craziness happened whatsoever. Qatar it was very safe. Russia, I don't remember anything about Russia being, even Brazil, right? Because people always talk about, Brazil is going to be dangerous, whatever, all the favelas, all the gangs, all the stuff, and nothing happened over there. Even South Africa, I remember also being some shit about South Africa as well. Because South Africa is dangerous. Though. I heard some shit about South Africa. South Africa is dangerous, but nothing happened there. The only thing that happened there was a damn fufuzelas. Remember the fufuzelas, man? Those the big ass mosquitoes, like the fufuzelas. They sound like a big ass mosquito hovering over the stadium, man. But and so no, the World Cups were like they were handled very well. No craziness, no foolishness, even before close into the start of the World Cups. But this one, so much drama. The overpriced tickets, the condition of the pitches, right? Players have been complaining about the pitches. It's and even if you ask me the time zones, I know America, me watching the NBA for years, I know like time zone is a bitch. Like the time difference is a bitch. That's for real. But I feel like they didn't even try to cater to like the biggest football market in the world, Europe. Right? In terms of the times. Because I saw the times like and now I'm trying to lead into this part of the stream, right? I was saying that I was gonna do live streams, but I'm only gonna do a few though, and I think mostly the Netherlands. Because I saw the schedule of a lot of these games. It's like when I'm trying to sleep. No, I can't. I mean, weekends is cool, but even then, it's like I'm not trying to stay up for that long. I'm not that young anymore. It's like after 12, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, oh no, nah. I'm not trying to stay up for that shit. No, unless it's the semifinal or the final. It's some of these games on the weekday like 3 o'clock, and it's like, bro, I need to sleep. I need to catch my rest. I ain't got to work. No, so like some of the so I'm gonna do live stream still, but like very few because the times are nuts. The scheduling of these games are absolutely nuts, people. I'm sorry. Like, this is it's crazy. Like, I got a life. Some of these YouTubers, with all due respect, I got a life, so it's easier for them. But I got a life. I have to work. Not a big channel. So maybe in a few years, and I'm manifested it. Maybe in a few years, when the next World Cup comes, then I hope I have enough money to like not worry about work, so I can stay up all night and watch the World Cup. Wherever that may be, the next one I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was Saudi Arabia. But whatever it is, like we're still gonna do live streams, but just limited though. But yeah, America, man. I don't want to say too much, man, because again, it's like you have to walk on thin lines when you talk about politics, especially on YouTube. But I'm so so sad because like the World Cup has been in America before. Like we act like it hasn't been there before. 1994 was actually a great World Cup. No drama whatsoever. But the state of the world today and the state of the country of America, unfortunately, it makes me sad to even be a half American. It's just it's a complete shit show. It's a big shit show. And I feel like, it's this is not what the World Cup deserves, The World Cup is supposed to like bring people together. Like even in the countries where people always say some shit about like Qatar, bro, people came together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not the case. I feel like it's a lot more divided, especially, and it doesn't help that you have a president now that, no, he what's the word you could say in that thing? Like he motivates that type of behavior, the division. You know what I'm saying? He okays that behavior, the division and whatever, the drama. Like it's you would think that you have such a huge event in your country, you're trying to make sure that everything is handled correctly, whatever. Even the countries that you are not cool with, like Iran, Iraq, no, you would do better. You would put that aside for a while, just so because people always say, "Oh yeah, don't bring politics into football," but you're making it like you're making it that way. You're making it that way for people to bring politics into football now. You know, and I understand people that say the same thing on Twitter, like talk about, "Oh yeah, like." Oh, people made political statements when they were in Qatar, this, that, but they don't want to do the same now. Like, no, and of course, Americans are butthurt about it. Said, like, "Oh, you're crying, you're crying, you're crying." No, it's like we are allowed to criticize y'all because compared to the previous World Cups hosts, like y'all, like America's a dangerous country. It's a damn dangerous country. It's sad because like this is a country I used to want to live there. I used to want to live I want to live in LA. I wanted to go back to LA. Like, I wanted to live there. Know what I'm saying? Like I had plans to live there in the US. No, I wanted to be in LA and then stay in LA for the rest of my life. But the way the country's run, hey, listen, man, I ain't trying to hear all that. Like the way the country's run, it's like yeah, you would like. I have a lot to say about the Netherlands, but it's not as bad as over there. You know. Um. So yeah, it's the World Cup has really become a shit house, man. Really become a shit show. It's sad. No, because we just want to enjoy the football, but I feel like it's a lot. It's kind of like with Arsenal. Like it's just a lot of drama outside of the football that makes you not want to watch it or just like turned off. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to turn off. Like they're not even interested in the World Cup, not only because of the time zones are a bitch, but also because of this whole thing. Like people get their visas denied. Fans cannot, like a lot of fans cannot enter the country. Ticket prices. It's a whole. It's a disaster. I'm sorry. That this World Cup is doomed to fail. And I'm already telling y'all this though. Like if something happens, like something crazy, I've already seen it coming because I just know like it's just in the air. It's just in the air because it's sad. But yeah, I just hope for the best. I hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? I hope that it proves me wrong, but I'm not hopeful. I'm not. I feel like this it's already disaster, man. But yeah, you know what? Let's talk a little bit more about football though, you know what I'm saying? Because I think everybody can agree with me, like in terms of like what I've said that no, it's it's a shit show already, right? Um, but yeah, in terms of the football, right? Um, to be honest with you, like if I look into this World Cup, I also don't expect too much in terms of football and quality because I feel like, and actually, this is what I want to talk about on the stream that I actually have planned. That the football that we have seen this season has been absolutely horrendous, horrendous. Like this is the worst football season I've ever seen in my lifetime. Like I feel like the level of football that I've seen throughout the whole season, I have not enjoyed anything. Like, listen, in terms of like, okay, I've enjoyed the Arsenal moment of them winning the title, um, but I can't sit here and say that like even Barcelona. I like watching Lamine Yamal play. He brings joy. When he plays, but even I'm not gonna say like I need more. You know what I'm saying? Because even then, I remember when I used to watch Prime Barcelona, right, with Messi. Like, okay, Messi was gonna be out of this world. But bro, Iniesta was incredible. Xavi was incredible. Busquets was incredible. Like Dani Alves was incredible. Like I don't have that with this Barcelona. I don't watch. Of course, sometimes we watch for the individual, but I feel like the team also has to accommodate to that level, and it's not the case with Barcelona or any team I'm watching. No, even PSG. Like I like the game that we enjoyed the most was the Bayern PSG game first leg, right? And I feel like Bayern is a team that it's a good team, and PSG as well. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that PSG played better than they did last season. You know what I'm saying? Never in the house. Yes, what is good, Joe? Like, listen, I thought this year's PSG was not as good as last season. I felt last season they were actually a little bit more lethal, and a lot better, a lot more um you know, better, like they're like a little bit more joyful to watch. And then even Bayern is like Bayern's a cool team, but I'm not even like aside of Michael Olise, sorry. Um, no Musiala if he's fit. Other than that, Kane is a good player, but I'm not gonna watch Harry. I'm not trying to watch Harry Kane. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really dead. It's really dead. It's really dead. Yeah, we're doing good over here. How are you? How are you? Know what I'm saying? I feel the hype for this World Cup is not there, to be honest. Like yes, there's some excitement and what, but there are a lot of concerns. There's a lot more worries about safety and security rather than excitement for the game, and it's because of the way the country has been ran. That's the thing. If that wasn't the case, if everything was going fine, because like, listen, school shootings have been here for like, well, actually in 1994 there wasn't a lot of school shootings, to be honest. It was barely a thing. Like it all started back when in 1999, and I don't want to talk about that actually because I feel like bro. When you talk about a lot of these stuff, like you got to walk a gray line, But 1999, like if you're American or even a little bit older, you remember what happened in 1999 in America, though. But yeah, um, ever since then, it opened Pandora's box of um, all these disasters, all these tragic events that are happening in America. You know, but even like look in 1994, America's already like you still had crime, but the country was actually it was ran better by Clinton. No, now it's a complete shit show. It's really in a downward spiral. No, it's sad to see. You know what I'm saying? All right, it's good to hear, man. But um, what I was gonna say, like like football, I did not enjoy any football this season. This is literally in terms of like the quality of games overall. Like I did not enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? People talk about like, oh yeah, PSG saved football from Arsenal winning the Champions League. PSG didn't even save football, and I'm not even going to talk about because they're a Saudi, a Qatar funded club or whatever. Or they're not as um, pure as people think. People think. No, it's not about that. It's just about I like if I compare it to like the 2010s or even like before like the 2000s, right? There was a lot more enjoyment in watching random teams or you know what I'm saying? Because I remember I could put on CDI, right? And if it wasn't Milan, doing the business, bro, Inter was a solid team. Juventus was solid. Napoli, you know what I'm saying? Like you had so many teams like that played different, but still had world class players, and it was an enjoyment to watch. No, but even the Bundesliga back then, right? Like you could like 2010s, right? Bayern dominated, but bro, Dortmund was amazing. Uh, Wolfsburg was a decent team. Schalke were amazing. Who else? Like I think I think I look. know what I'm saying? Like you have more than just one team. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy being like, I mean, yeah, PSG are a good team, but I do not really enjoy like this. It's just like I don't feel like it's not really like I look at them like, oh, they're prime Barcelona. They're just like really like wow. They're cool. They're cool. No, Premier League is just some fucking bullshit. It's just a damn shit show, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Like, listen, man. Like, yeah, Arsenal are champions, but bro, like nobody in the Premier League play good football. Nobody, not even City. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this has been going on for a while though. I think the last time a team played actually good football in the Premier League was City, the treble season, and then Arsenal as well. After that, like, you know what I'm saying? I thought Arsenal were good 23, 24 though, but the second half of the season. But then I mean, Premier League is just bullshit. League they might as well just call it Paris Saint-Germain, McDonald's PSG League, right? Because I'm sorry, like the way the PSG just fucking uh walks through that league it's just embarrassing, man. Because you have some teams that have history like Marseille, Lyon, Saint Etienne. I think Saint Etienne relegated though, but Bordeaux, Bordeaux relegated. Um, what was Montpellier? I think Montpellier not even in the league anymore. Um, dang, yeah, some teams with some history though in the league. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but it's just like yeah, this is PSG and then La Liga just Real Madrid and Atletico, Real Madrid and Barcelona. But I mean that's always been for a while. But I remember I could put on like Valencia, right, and they play good football, and then Atletico is Atletico. It's not the same in 2026, man. French league is stop. Nah, I'm sorry, man. French league is I do not enjoy the French league at all. It's like it's just prime time football was amazing, bro. Like that Serie A, prime Serie A is the best league ever, ever. Like the Premier League, even in Premier League in their prime, is not as good as Serie A was in the. You're talking about literal superstars playing for almost each team in the Serie A. Know what I'm saying? If it wasn't Milan that had the big three, the big three, the Netherlands, right? From Bastegulen Rijkaard. You had Inter with the big three of Germany, Klinsmann, Bremen, and Matthäus. Napoli, Maradona. Sampdoria had Mancini, and Mancini was an incredible player. Fiorentina had Rui Costa and Baggio, and then Baggio went to Juventus. Was actually not it's actually blasphemy to do that though. Man, superstars, bro. Superstars on every team. Superstars. You're talking about actual like superstars, man. No, Parma had Buffon and Cannavaro. Superstars. Like the Premier League is good. Even the Premier League in their prime, they didn't have no superstar in each team. Like you only had like in the big six. That's why they're the big six, right? No, Arsenal had Henri, like United had Ronaldo, Van Nistelrooy, like Chelsea had Drogba, Lampard, right? Um, Liverpool had, of course, Big Stevie G, Torres. What else was Spurs? I don't know. Spurs not really big 16. How was Spurs big six? Like big six? What? How? Like they had a superstar later, but I'm talking about the prime days. Like, yeah, I'm not like big four, just big four. What? Chelsea, Arsenal, United, Liverpool. That'll make more sense. But big six, right? Because who was six? Oh yeah, Man City. Man City just joined, right? Man City, like, yeah, Man City, of course. They have the superstars. They have superstars for a while, but Spurs. I don't know about Spurs, man. I mean, hey, yeah, it's crazy, man. This is why some people watch the other leagues. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you're just better off even just going to your local amateur club and watch football there rather than just like wasting or like your time watching La Liga or whatever it is. It's like it is awful though. Um, but yeah. All right, let's get into the World Cup though. Let's get into the World Cup, right? So in terms of who I have winning the World Cup, France, Spain, Brazil, Portugal. And I feel like the Netherlands might be able to do something. I don't have them going far, but something in my gut just tells me like, oh, I feel like they're gonna surprise people a lot more than we've ever imagined they could do. But yeah, um, I don't know who I want to know who y'all have as favorites for this World Cup though, because I want to see like what y'all saying though, like um. Let me get the bracket. I want to see. Let me get the bracket out. Oh man, but what? Okay, I cannot really. Uh. Oh shit. Wait. Ah, sorry, people. uh, wait, let me remove this because mm, wait, I did something stupid. Sorry, people. Wait, ah, ah. Uh, mm, you should do. You should do a World Cup bracket. Nah, I think this is better. Nah, I myself. No, still. Never mind. Um, mm, France to win it. I don't think so, and Imma tell you why. Kylian Mbappe. Listen, man, as long as Kylian is playing, yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere. This is not gonna go anywhere because, that guy is really a chemistry disruptor. But yeah, he has a good link. Wait, let me see. Shit, never mind. Like, I was trying to see. Wait, before I continue, like, do y'all hear me double? Because if not, then I have to Dembele World Cup. Listen, if France win it, actually, I think Dembele's gonna win the Ballon d'Or, and I feel like that's to be honest with y'all, I don't think he deserves it this time. Like he didn't play a lot of games, and he also didn't score a lot. So I feel like if he wins it just based off PSG winning the Champions League and World Cup, yeah, I'm sorry. Like this guy's a really the Shea Gilgis Alexander of football. But this static is really annoying me. I'm sorry. Golly. Hmm. Uh, I don't. I Yeah. Wait, people. I'll come back. Wait. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, was oh fucking everyone. 100% is the better. Nah, I'm sorry. Like, nah. I feel like if I'll say Harry Kane, if I'm being honest, Harry Kane. Or if Spain wins it, it could be even Lamine Yamal. Well, what about World Cup dark horses? Um, again, Netherlands, mm, England, um, Argentina. Uh, I'm people might look at me weird for this one. I might say Curacao. Like Curacao. Like they have Dick I forgot, so I think they might do something. Even Senegal, like Senegal, Japan. You know what I'm saying? I would give it the Ballon d'Or before I would give it Dembele though. Norway. I don't know. Norway is a good team, but I don't know if they're dark horses. England can Why not? Like nobody has England as a favorite. Like I feel like a few years ago, a lot more people they thought that England were the favorites, so, but now they're not really like favorites. So I would say dark horses in that sense, though. But I don't think England's gonna go far. Japan, think so. Oh, Turkey! Yeah, I forgot about Turkey. Yeah, I forgot Turkey. Turkey, yes. Turkey also might go far. They have a good team. Mexico, I don't know. I feel like Mexico fell off compared to like a few years ago. Ivory Coast, they're also good. It's not prime Ivory Coast, but they could go far. They could go far. Yeah, Turkey's definitely a decent team. I would watch out for them. Oh, man, gonna grab some drink. Yeah, Mexico do got home advantage. You know what I'm saying? And the fans are passionate. That's for sure. So yeah, but I don't think they're as good as they used to be though. They're still decent, but I mean, I don't have them as like dark horses, but they're always like very tough to beat. That's for sure. But yeah, um, nobody got USA as a dark horse. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not a bad team though, but I don't feel like USA is gonna like, they might make it out the group, but I don't see them winning it or I mean go far. Um, Canada, I feel like Canada is better than the USA. Like Canada play Hey, listen, have some faith, bro. Like, listen, I know it's not as good as the teams we had before. I feel like those teams were better, like 2014, 2010, um, even 2002. But yeah, like they have some decent players, but I don't think they're gonna go far. Not unless it's some, you know, I didn't want to mention it, but you mentioned it because I feel like something like that might happen. I feel like they're trying to push the brand, or I mean, like they're trying to push the sport to be more popular in the country. So let's say if USA makes it far, very very far, then that only has like a good effect, meaning like it'll be more popular in the country, like and a lot more people start to take the game serious. You see a lot more kids gonna play football. So if they're gonna do that, yeah, it's fucked up, but the sport itself will be a lot more popular than it already was. So yeah, if they're gonna do that, then that's their goal, you know, and also because they're the host, you know. I don't see Mexico putting in the same money or even Canada to compete with that. Um, bro, they still, they got those two clowns like Darwin Nunez and Ronald McDonald. You know what I'm saying? Rim in the house, what is good. Listen, man, Darwin Nunez, bro, this guy cannot lace the boots of Suarez. What's my guy name again? Cordo, not Cordoba. He plays for Recoba. He cannot le hizo boost para Copa. He cannot le hizo boost to Suarez. Forlan and Ronald McDonald plays for the wrong country. If you know what I'm talking about. Maybe Nims, but not Uzbekistan. Oh yeah, Nelly. Yeah, Uzbekistan. The friendly, but yeah. So I feel like if I look at this World Cup, it's a very open World Cup. It is because even though we have our favorites, we expect certain countries to win. We know they're not that invincible, right? They're not looking like, let's say for 2006 Brazil, right? That team was super stacked. People thought it was going to win it. They didn't. Let's look at what's a good example? You know, 2002 World Cup. People thought well, France was going to win it or Brazil, no Italy. No, like those are teams where you look at that or Germany. Those are teams where you're like, wow, like whoa. I don't have that over here in 2026. If I look at the teams that are playing, it's like so many teams can be they can be beaten. It's not like they don't look invincible. They don't look powerful. They don't have that aura, as they say nowadays, right? They don't have that. It's kind of like okay, you look at them like okay, they're a good team, but some of the countries like a Haiti or Curaçao, Senegal, Japan, they can beat the biggest countries on any given day. Maybe that says something about football as well, like how uh, better the small countries have become. But no, you don't have no more powerhouses. As good as Spain is not the powerhouse it was in 2010. France, 2018, they were the absolute powerhouse. No, and that's when and 998, right? No, um, Brazil has been a powerhouse for a long time, man. Um, you heard the news? No, I didn't. Actually, you should check it out though. Morocco, and Morocco can beat anything. So, um, what I wanted to say, like any team can be beaten. There aren't really powerhouses. No, and Brazil, like that's what I actually want to talk about. And Brazil, like listen, man, Brazil they got a fun team, I would say, a fun team. Now, I think the worst thing that it had was fucking 2014 when it was just Neymar and the rest of the band. You know what I'm saying? It was just like Neymar and the Brazilians. That that was the team. It was just Neymar and them. No, but um, no, they have a cool team, but I'm not convinced by Brazil. I'm not. Like you expect Finney to carry the team. I'm not. Like Neymar is already injured again. Endrick, we still have to see if he can step it up on the big stage. Um, who would like, yeah, who they actually have it? You know what I'm saying? It's not like we talk about even the 2010 Brazil where they were Robinho and Kaká. Like, come on, like this is cool. It's fun. It's fun. You know what I'm saying I even felt like the Brazil for the last World Cup 2022 was better. And this is just yeah. I feel like they're in the middle of a transition. Meaning like the next generation will be like the Endrick, um, Esteval, right? Um, who else? No, that yeah, kind of in a transition period. But yeah, we'll see what Brazil gonna do though. Can never count out the Seleção. True, but last World Cup they also lost to Croatia, you know, and that wasn't even a good Croatia. But yeah, you know what? Let's do something fun, peoples. I'm gonna bring this out. Um, I don't want to make some all-time lineups with y'all. Wait, I mean, right here we go. All right, so which all-time national team lineup you want to start with? I'll let y'all choose. I'll let you choose. Like we can go Brazil, Germany, England, Spain, uh, even USA. Let me know. Like I want to do something. Like I want to see like who y'all have in the all-time whatever lineup. No USA. Hey, why not? You can make a fun lineup with the USA. Like, look, bro, you got some ballers, man. You got Kobe Jones, you got Clint Dempsey, no John Brooks, Lana Donovan. Yeah, you have some, man. You have some. DeMarcus Beasley, come on, hey, bro. Tim Howard. Yeah, you got some ballers, man. You got some ballers. You even get put Pulisic in there. But yeah, like, okay, to be honest, like in all honesty, like which country should we do first? What should we do first? I want to make a all-time lineup of what else I'm gonna pick though? Like I'm gonna give y'all like 2 minutes to figure out. You choose. You know what? I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with Spain. I'm gonna start with Spain. No, I'm gonna start with Spain. So I think we all can agree that Casillas is gonna be the starting goalkeeper, right? That's only right. So Casillas. Um, right back. If I look at the right back position of Spain, they have Carvajal, but I don't know if Carvajal's the best ever right back that they ever had. Like, is that the? I don't know. If that's a best right back ever. But you know what? Somebody actually, even though he's a center back, he could play right back. Carles Puyol, like he could play right back. So I put him there. So excuse me. And then I think y'all can agree that PK is okay. PK is not there. Okay, this is fucked up. Never mind. Okay, so PK. Our next to PK. Hmm. Listen, man, people sleeping on Fernando Higuero. Like Fernando Hierro was a great central defender, but I think a lot of people would put Sergio Ramos there. You know, I'm actually gonna swap Sergio Ramos and I put wait, why is it? The fuck is happening? So Pujol here, Sergio Ramos right back, and then Gerard Piqué. Alright, so that would be a central duo. And then left back. I remember that Capdevia, but to be honest with y'all, I don't. Not that he's a bad player. Capdevia was a good player. Like I'm gonna go with a more recent player though. Like to be honest with you, I'm gonna put Cucurella there. Like I think Cucurella for Spain has been very good, so I think it's only right for me to put Marc Cucurella there. And why is the loader so slow? So Cucurella is there. So um, let's play 4-3-3. Wait, I can't even move these motherfuckers. Yeah, so midfield is definitely all Barcelona. Like, you're gonna have Busquets, right? So Busquets is in the six. And so you have Sergio Busquets, and then you have Xavi, but Iniesta never played in the midfield for Spain. Well, actually, no, never mind. I'm gonna put Iniesta there. I'm gonna put Iniesta there. Sorry, because on the left wing, I'm gonna put somebody else. And so that is your midfield, easily like the greatest midfield of all time. That midfield is insane, bro. I don't think I ever see a better midfield than that midfield. That midfield was just a cheat code. It was a straight cheat code. Um, left wing, I'm gonna put this guy, and I think y'all agree with me. David Villa. Like David Villa, left wing. Then in the striker position, this is interesting. There was a guy once in, a long time ago called Emilio Butragueño. And Butragueño was an incredible striker, incredible striker. You know, but you also have Fernando Torres, and Fernando Torres. Well, listen, man. Listen, I think Nems, if he's still here, he will agree with me that the first 2 years at Liverpool, I was I hated that guy because he was so scary to play against. He was just that good. Fernando Torres was so good. Fernando Torres was insane, bro. Actually, I'm gonna put him there. I'm gonna put him there because Fernando Torres, that Euros he had in 2008, bro. Fernando Torres has to go there. And then right wing, the right wing is interesting. You have David Silva. He was amazing, amazing player. But to be honest with y'all, he came in at 16 and already proved his worth for Spain. What he did at the Euros, and I feel like if he's 100% fit this World Cup, we might see some magic again. You know what I'm talking about? The golden child peoples. the golden child. Lamine. So this will be my all-time Spain. No, and I think a lot of y'all would agree with me that this will be the best all-time Spain of all time. But it's good though. Godfrey now, to call you Devontae. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah. Um we're gonna switch it up again. Right. So um, okay, so now you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the Netherlands. I'm gonna do the Netherlands, right? I think in goal, we all can agree this guy right here, Edwin van der Sar. Has to be there. That's the greatest goalkeeper in our history. Right back. Now, if you old school, like real old school, if you know the history of the Eredivisie, if you know the 70s Ajax, 70s Dutch national team, then you will say Wim Suurbier. If you're from my generation, you will say Michael Reiziger. But to be honest, you know, I'm gonna put this guy there because I feel like in terms of output, he has been the best right back in the national team. It's controversial one, this one, but I feel like it's only fair. Like Denzel Dumfries. So Denzel Dumfries. Next to Denzel Dumfries, listen, he's not a good coach, but as a player, you could not fuck with this guy. Like one of the greatest center backs of all time, and he scored a lot of goals. Ronald Koeman is only right. Now, is Dumfries good in the back four? You got me there. Dumfries in the back four is not as good as Dumfries as in a 4-4-2 or 4-3-3. That is actually correct though. But even when you play 4-3-3, has been quite useful. So you know you could put him there. Yeah, Stum is definitely between Virgil and Stum, and Virgil has been good, but I need somebody that brings the intimidation factor. Because if you thought you could fuck with Yap Stum, if you thought you could fuck with Yap Stum, bro, you had a long day. You had a long day ahead if you thought you could fuck with Yap Stum, man. With his bald head coming at you, bro. I'm gonna put Yap Stum there, man. Like Yap Stum was an incredible. I even think he's better than Virgil. I'm sorry. Like Yap Stum was insane. Now, left back. This is probably our weakest position ever. Like again, they have to go back to the days of Cruyff, right? Like, yeah, Ruud Krol. Ruud Krol was a great left back. Yeah, Daley Blind playing there. He's been decent, but yeah, but Ake's not. Yeah, yeah, like the left back position hasn't been. But you know what? I'm gonna put him there because I feel like he was definitely decent as Giovanni van Bronckhorst. So Giovanni van Bronckhorst as your left back. That's actually decent. So in the midfield, because I'm gonna play 4-4-2, this is actually gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, Giovanni from Broncos definitely was very good in 2010. Remember that goal against Uruguay? Yeah, that was yeah. And he was actually a midfielder. For Broncos, that's actually a midfielder, but he was also good as left back. So I'm definitely gonna put this guy here. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know, if it's not Busquets, this guy could be considered the greatest six of all time. Frank Rijkaard. Fun fact, I'm related to him. I knew that, like, I got to know that like 3 years ago in a game of 30 seconds. You know, my dad talking about, yeah, he's your uncle. I said, who the fuck is this? What are you talking about? Yeah, yeah, he's your uncle. He played for AC Milan or whatever. I was like, are you talking about Cadasador? And then he's like, no, Frank Rijkaard. I was like, what the fuck? You telling me that like not now? So yeah, we are related though. That's the thing about student hours. Like somehow, some way, you're always related to somebody you thought you never thought it was related. But yeah, um, so yeah, Frank Rijkaard. Now, next to Frank Rijkaard, so I'm happy you brought up this name. You could put him there as a midfielder, but the thing is, Ruud Gullit actually balled out more when he played more forward. But because there's somebody I'm gonna put on this team that I cannot leave out. You cannot because that's blasphemy as a Dutchman. I'm gonna put Ruud Gullit next to that guy because Gullit was also good in the midfield anyway. So you're gonna have Gullit and Rijkaard next to each other in the midfield, which isn't bad though, because Rijkaard will be the controlling one, and then Gullit is gonna be the box to box player. Um, so you're gonna have the guy that's gonna bring all the chaos, do all the hard work, and Rijkaard just the cool and calm person himself. Left mid, I think we all can agree, even though he hasn't really been as good for the national team as for his, um, like the AC Milan and stuff, you cannot leave him out. Clarence Seedorf. And you know what it is, right? You know why he didn't really perform for the national team? Because he always played out of position most of the time. He was actually like a right mid, left mid, but he never really got to play there. But yeah, I feel like Seedorf has to be there. So Seedorf left mid, right mid. This is controversial because I know the first player in mind would be, of course, none other than Arjen Robben. But if y'all remember my tier listing, I was talking about Gerald Vandenberg. How Gerald Vandenberg to me, even though I didn't get to watch him, like, but judging from the stories and judging from all the compilations and everything I've seen, like you could tell this guy was a lot more talented and even better than Robben. But Robben had a better career. Even though Gerald Vandenberg is a treble winner with PSV. He won the Champions League with PSV. That counts for something. That counts for something, people. But Arjen Robben also won the treble. And I feel like if I look at the national team, Robben was better. So I'm gonna put Arjen Robben there because I feel like that's fair. No, but Jetta Vandenberg in terms of like if I go for like if I put them together like one v one like in terms of skill talent, Vandenberg better, but Arjen Robben did more for the national team. So Arjen Robben is there, right mid, and then of course here I'm gonna put him, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Johan Cruyff. It's only right for him to be there. You know what I'm saying? Johan Cruyff, you know, you cannot leave him out. You can't leave him out. I was watching a video today. I think it was like one World Cup hater versus 48 people or whatever. And they were talking about like some performances of teams that never got to win the World Cup, like players that had an incredible performance, but they didn't get to win the World Cup. Johan Cruyff had one of the best World Cups in 1974, but he didn't win it. It's sad. Sad. He won. Oh yeah, he also won the Ballon d'Or 3 times though. Him and Van Basten. Not bad for a small country like the Netherlands. Not bad. You know what I'm saying? Johan Cruyff has to be there. And then, of course, next to him, Marco San Marco has to be there. Even though, I'm gonna be honest, you couldn't make a case for Kluivert and Bergkamp because they also did great for the national team. But Van Basten, he got to he our only prize, and that was of course the Euros in '88. But you could make a case for Bergkamp. Like we all remember, that is Bergkamp, that is Bergkamp, that is Bergkamp. Oh, yeah, we all remember that. Like Van Basten, yeah. Listen, people talk about how incredible Bergkamp's technique was, which is, but Van Basten had a bro. I've seen some clips from him recently. It's like, bro, I know Bergkamp is great, but Knife and Van Basten, that technique they had, yeah. Where the fuck is us? Yeah, we might as well also put just Jordy Claessy in as well. Jordy Claessy and K Smith can make a case. Yeah, like I said, Bergkamp, you could make a case for Bergkamp. You could. Kluivert and Bergkamp did a lot for the squad. No, I even thought about Ecker Davids, but yeah, Ecker Davids is not going to be above. I could put Ecker Davids over Seedorf because I feel Ecker Davids performed better in a national team than Seedorf. That counts as something though. Like Ecker Davids is better in the national team than Seedorf. But I feel like if Seedorf was utilized better, I think we would have seen better performances from Seedorf in the national team than we've seen. Like just like with Ecker Davids, like if they utilize, like I mean, I'm trying to say is like if they utilize Seedorf like they utilize Ecker Davids, because Ecker Davids actually always performed for the national team, maybe the Netherlands would have did a lot more. Yeah. No, mm, some people else say like, "Oh, well, Wesley Snyder." You could like Wesley Snyder over Seedorf. You could do that though. Wesley Snyder was, had an incredible season. 2010 was important. Um, yeah. So yeah, though I think if I look at this, I think a lot of y'all might agree that this is the best lineup of the Netherlands, like all time national team lineup, right? That goal against that goal against Argentina, bro. Beckham has so many great goals. Veerman, bro, I never forget that game. I watched that game. I remember that. Veerman was ass, bro. Veerman was ass. Listen, man, I don't know who Veerman think he is, but Veerman is not as good as he think he is. But I blame that on all these pagans from Eindhoven. But let me know if y'all agree with this. This is the best all-time Netherlands lineup. Yeah, see, I feel like okay, but then it's gonna be between Side Snyder and Sador. And I do think Snyder has the edge because he performed better for the national team. Like I'm not trying to like I'm sorry, Clarence, but no, I have to put my bias aside because I feel like if I talk about performances for the national team, I'll put Snyder there. I think that's yeah, yeah. Seedorfer's a way better player, but for the Netherlands, I would say Snyder because Snyder, even in 2008, he was good as well. Like remember the Euros in 2008, scored a crazy goal. I think it was against France or Italy, one of the two. Yeah, so I think if I look at this is the best Netherlands lineup. This is. I think so. Yeah. Okay. If there's any objections, I would love to hear though. But we cannot go wrong. We cannot go wrong. I feel like this team, if this team was in the World Cup today, total annihilation. Total annihilation. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do a few more. Let me see how what time it is though. All right. Now I'm gonna do Brazil. Yeah, I'm gonna do Brazil. I'm gonna do Brazil. I'm gonna do Brazil. Let's do Brazil. So in goal, hmm, some might say Dida. I thought Dida was a good goalkeeper though, but I no, I have to put this guy. I'll be sitting there. Claudio Tafarel. Claudio Tafarel. I don't think he's in there though. But so Tafarel. Oh, I was thinking about Jimmy. Nah, nah, nah. That'll be in there. I don't know who like to pick for them, Jimmy. We need a pick for Kazakhstan. Oh, the Netherlands play right now. Oh. Listen, I don't really care for the friendlies though. Okay, so right back, I think we all can agree. Cafu. That some people might say Daniel Alves, but Cafu is better, man. Come on. This is Corona Wars. Jesus Christ. That's insane. Wait, there's no fans at all? Like no fans at all? The fuck? All right, so center back. Mm. Well, left back is easy for me. I mean, not I cannot leave out Carlos Alberto though. Like as good as Roberto Carlos was, no, even Marcelo was decent, but Carlos Alberto, I might put Carlos Alberto there. I'm gonna go with Carlos Alberto. Like we need to put some respect on Oh no, he's actually no, never mind. He's a okay, never mind. He's actually a right back. No, so I'm put Roberto Carlos. Sorry. So Roberto Carlos, Thiago Silva, and Lucio. Ooh, Lucio's good. Thiago Silva as well. Dunga was also a good one, but listen, Dunga will never have my forgiveness for what he did to Ronaldinho in 2010 and Adriano, that pagan. Mm, he also said Aldair. He was good. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, but I'm gonna go with Thiago Silva and Lucio. So Thiago Silva and Lucio. He's not here. I just picked this guy. But yeah, no one's talking about. So it's Lucio. Okay, midfield. Mm, now this is gonna be one to look out for. The first one that comes to mind is Casemiro. But I don't know if I can. Okay, let's all start with the left wing. Right? So okay, so left mid. Sorry, y'all know that's my goat right there. The background. Who else? Who else? Ronnie, Ronnie. Cannot leave this guy out. Cannot. Zico. Yeah, but listen, Zico's actually a 10. I don't know if I could put Zico in the midfield, right? In a two-man midfield. With all due respect, though, like I think Zico is amazing. Oh, never mind, never mind. I got one, and you really have to know your football. This is one of my farthest favorite players of all time, Sokrac. Sokrac is one of my. I think he's my dad's favorite player of all time. It's between him and Zico, but Sokrac, yeah, the doctor. Yeah, Sokrac was an amazing player. Now next to him, oh my god. The next one is tough. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the next one is tough. I'm thinking about Gilberto Silva from Arsenal. Like, he was an amazing DM, but I'm trying to think of, a few others. Eric But Douglas got also got rid of from, FC Twente. Eric Botteghin. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Just wait, I'm gonna search on my phone, like, listen, Brazilian because I also remember Ramirez was good. Um, jeez. This is kinda tough. Oi, 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 oi. I think Zico has to be in. I think Zico would have made more sense in a 4-3-3, to be honest. So, like, Rama. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. This is not easy. Like, if I look at Brazil's greatest midfielders, like, oh, Dunga was a midfielder. I remember him playing. Yeah, because I cannot like Sokrac makes more sense because Sokrac could play like more central. Kaká, mm, oh, I think I have to switch formation. I'm gonna do that though. I think that makes it easier for me. So in the 4-4-2, I would know. Okay, so wait, Ronaldinho needs to go there. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah. I just trying to move plays people. So like, don't take it that Fabio Ruiz is in the lineup. Okay, so if we play like this, right, then I can put Zico in the 10. He's Zico Brewmaster. The fuck is Zico Brewmate Zico Brewmaster? Nay. Okay, wait. So I guess I can remove Fabio Ruiz though. Right? The fuck is Zico Brewmaster? I'm trying to put Zico there. It should be in there. Hmm. Okay, so Zico, yeah, it's not there. At least Zico Brewmaster. Oh, no, no, no. Hey, Zico Brewmaster. You know what? Simply because he's not there, I'm gonna put this guy in. Kaká. Kaká in the 10. Um, and then next to Kaká, Gilberto Silva. Because I definitely need somebody that can control the midfield. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna say, "Oh, but why not Casemiro?" Nah, I'm sorry. Nah. And right wing, Artur Antunes Coimbra. All right, let me see if I can find him. Because I feel like I can, like, Kaká is good, but not. All right, so Artur An. Artur Ferreira. Arthur Theater. The fuck off. Yeah, no, it's not there. Never mind. All right, so I'm gonna stick with Kaká though, but actually, it's gonna be Zinco. Actually, can change his name anyway. All right, so we have Zico here, and then right wing, obviously Garincha. Garincha has to be there. This guy even had like weird form legs, but he was an incredible player. That's crazy. Wait, I'm actually gonna edit Lucio as well because this is not Lucio from Spain. I know, man. Well, striker position. Now this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting because we can talk about Pele, but Ronaldo was also amazing. Romario as well. So you have like three incredible strikers. You can only pick one. If you play 4-4-2, then I feel like you have a better chance. But yeah, trying to make it balanced, of course. Zico has to go for Pele. Well, Pele. Hmm. What about Neymar though, people? Like, what about Neymar? Mm, yeah, I think you have to switch Pele in the 10, and then Ronaldo in the striker position. So that will be the lineup for Brazil. If Brazil win a World Cup this year, Neymar might be in this conversation, like in the conversation of being in this lineup. But for now, yeah, no, no, we don't. Never Neymar says. All right. I'm gonna do two more peoples, and then we're gonna end the stream though. Let's go with a team that's not in a World Cup. Italy. Let's go with Italy. Italy. Oh boy, they fell off. They fell off. But yeah, let's go with Italy. In goal, it's easy. Of course, Buffon. I don't know what that. What was it? What's happening? All right. Let's start with left back. I already know who's going to be there. Paolo Maldini, left back. Next to him, Baresi. Next to Baresi, only saw Italy once in the World Cup and then went out the group. Oh, that was 2010. Italy. You haven't seen Prime Italy. I'm lucky I got to see Prime Italy. I saw them win a World Cup. I remember that game. I watched that game. I saw the Zidane head, but I laughed so hard. I was laughing. I wasn't even supporting France. You know why? Because they knocked out Brazil, and I was a heavy Brazil fan because of Ronaldinho. So I was supporting France that World Cup. Fun fact. So Baresi, Maldini, next to him, Nesta. Some people might say, why not Cannavaro? I feel like Nesta's better. Cannavaro's good as well, though. Like, but I didn't feel like he rightfully won the Ballon d'Or. That could have been to Buffon, Ronaldinho, but they just gave it to him because he won the World Cup, though. Yeah. All right. Okay. It's Alessandro Nesta. Now, right back. Now, this is a little interesting because I'm thinking about Sambrota. Like Sambola was a good right back though. Let's see though. Let me see if I see something. So I saw some Bergomi, Tassotti. Oh, Tassotti was good. Tassotti was a great one. Yeah, Tassotti was good. He was part of that AC Milan team that won the Champions League a few times. Di Lorenzo was good. The Abate, no. Abate's ass. Panucci was good as well. Yeah, Sambrota, ooh, Tassotti. Mm, I'm gonna put Sambrota there. Sambrota was good. Now, okay, midfield, we already know this guy has to be there. Andrea Pirlo. So Andrea Pirlo, and then right mid. Mhm. This is interesting. This is quite interesting. I hate Pirlo for but why? Well, Pirlo was great. He was a great player. Pirlo. Um, who I'm gonna put next to Pirlo? Oof, Gattuso. Like some people have said about Gattuso, but mm, there are some midfielders that I'm missing out now, though, but alright, let's see who comes up. Gianni Rivera. Right, that's really old school. Y'all said Tardelli was good. Daniel De Rossi was good. Um, Ancelotti, Donadoni was also good. Yeah. St see Juve. Yeah, like Juve is hated. Hmm, Tardelli. But Gianni Rivera was actually a 10, and I already have a playmaker. Pirlo's a playmaker, so I need somebody that is either box to box or holding midfielder. Then I might go for this guy, Marco Tardelli. Oh, not need Marco van Basten. As a Tardelli in there. Okay, now the wings. Hmm, this is interesting. You have like Zola. Yeah, but those are 10s. Like I can't put Zola since you say it. Zola is definitely gonna be right mid. I could put Zola there, right mid, and Baggio. Baggio's gonna be here, that's for sure. So Baggio's in the 4-4-2. I'll put him there, and then left. Mm, I think Del Piero played there. Like if I'm More as a striker. Mm. They have a lot of good tens, yeah. Like Zola, Baggio, Rivera, Del Piero, Wings Chicken, goalies, yeah. As well. Ooh, I I I thought Federico Chiesa was good for them as well. Federico Chiesa, but I don't know if I'm gonna put him in all time in Italy. Ooh, this is tough. Spinazzola was good. Inzaghi, Vieri are strike. Yeah, that's a striker. So I think no, Totti was a 10 as well. Totti was not a where was he? Oh, this is kind of tough. Well, I should switch it up. Could do that. Well, I do know Nixon, Baggio. Um, they can put Totti. No, because Baggio and Totti are the same type of players. So I feel like Vieri. So I put Vieri there. Baggio played left wing for one thing. If you struggle for the left wing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is Del Piero here, and then switch positions. So then Baggio's gonna be left mid. Del Piero's like in the 10, and then Vieri like the sole striker. So I think that will be my all-time Italy. That's for sure, though. It's tough because their wings are not really good, but they have a lot of crazy 10s, center back strikers, and goalkeepers. Yeah, this is tough though. That is for sure. Mm, I'm gonna do another tough one. I'm gonna do Alright, this is the last one, and then I'm gonna end the stream. We're gonna do Portugal because that's actually not easy. It's not easy, people. Trust me. We're gonna switch the lineup, not 4-4-2. We're gonna do 4-3-3. Um, goalkeeper. You know who I hated more than Pirlo? What? Somebody from Ajax? Monte. Oh, Ricardo Montalifo. No, see, I mean, he has to be there. Come on, I can't leave him out. Like, CR7 is gonna be there. Montalifo. Alright, so goalkeeper. Who the hell is a good goalkeeper from I remember Helder Costa. I think that's who I'm gonna go with. Helder Costa. No, actually, Rui Patricio. I'm going with Rui Patricio. I'm gonna go with Rui Patricio. So Rui Patricio on goal. Right back. Vitor Bahia. He was good as well, but I'm gonna go with Rui Patricio. He's actually better. Mm, right back, not Diogo Dallo. I'll argue. If they win the World Cup, he's gonna be their best ever uh goalkeeper. The best ever Portuguese goalkeeper, Diogo Costa. But yeah, right back. Mm, well, I'm gonna put Ricardo Carvalho as center back. But, nee, Ricardo Carvalho, man, coño. So Ricardo Carvalho and I can't front. I have to put this guy there, even though he's a psycho. You know what I'm talking about. Pepe, and I see a lot of Pepes. That is not good. Oh, fucking boy. Yeah, just Pepe, and Pepe for the back position. Okay, so left back, I'm gonna put him there because I feel like I'm already much impressed with what he did already. Nuno Mendes, but the right back position is kind of no, I like Pepe from Africa, Nicolas Pepe. He's actually okay. He's an okay player. But who's the right back for all time? Mm, mm, I remember one. I don't know if it was actually decent for, but I remember Bosingwa. You motherfucking Soboslai. You Bosingwa. I'm just go with Bosingwa. I thought Bosingwa was actually. Oh, never mind. Never mind. You mentioned the name. Never mind. I forgot about this guy. I'm sorry, peoples. Joao Cancelo. Okay, midfield. I'm gonna definitely put Deco. He's actually Brazilian or the trader. Hey, Pepe's one. Um, here I'm gonna put. Hmm, who's actually good six? Because you had William Carvalho. You had what's a guy named that played for PSG and is now plays Saudi. I forgot his name. Like his tall, dark skinned dude. I forgot his name. Rui Costa as a 10. Forbes. Oh, what's his name again? The bald guy. Bald, bald, dark skinned guy. He plays in Saudi now. He played PSG. I forgot the name. It was like somewhere Donnie or something like. No, because I need a DM. Mate, you want that or what's that? Oh, they say flop. Bro, I forgot his name. I always see him in FIFA, man. The fucking what's his name again? Let me see. Oceano Cruz. No. Paulo Sousa. Fuck, let me see. Where is it? So William Carvalho. Oh, I see Mao. I forgot about Simao. Simao was also good though. Raul Meireles, remember him? Wow, he was good as well. He was a good player. Danilo Pereira. Yes, Danilo Pereira. Danilo Pereira. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about him. Danilo Pereira. And he's now better than. Yeah, but I need somebody that's a DM. William Carvalho and Danilo Pereira were actually DMs. João Moutinho's not a DM. Like then I'm have to replace Deco. But actually, I'm gonna replace Deco. I'm gonna put Rui Costa there because I feel like Rui Costa was better for Portugal, and he is Brazilian, by the way. So, so Rui Costa in the 10. Uh, okay, so let's choose between Carvalho and Pereira and Ruben Neves. Like, is because I need a DM, right? So we need to make a decision because we need a DM there. Because Carvalho was good as well, but Pereira, Pereira is just actually like a poor man's Shirley Basur, to be honest. And Basur was a little bit better than him because João Moutinho was not a DM. Like if I look at João Moutinho, right, it's just a midfield. He's an eight. It was good though. Neves. Mm, yeah, Ruben Neves was good. Ruben Neves is definitely good. I'll say that. I could argue that Deco could be a center. Yeah, you know what? But I'm gonna put Ruben Neves in the DM, and then Deco could be. I don't know if it's a good idea to put Deco on the right though, because you have already Cancelo that, and Deco doesn't do a lot of defensive work. So I put Deco there and then switch positions, like put Rui Costa there, because at least Nuno Mendes will put in some effort in defense. João Cancelo is not really a good defender. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could put him there though, but I was gonna put João Moutinho, but I can't like really leave Deco out to be honest. Okay, left wing, you already know it's gonna be there. It's gonna be Superman. I'm not gonna put him in striker because I'm not gonna leave the other guy out that should be there. And striker, the one and only Eusebio has to be there. He has to be there. So you say, but come on, I can't leave the guy out. I can't. He's done a lot for Portugal. Like I can't do that. Like come on, that would be crazy. That picture could be. And then right wing. Now, this is interesting. Some people might say Bernardo Silva, but he never really performed for Portugal. I think in the future, it might be if his career pans out well, Conceição. You could also put Futre, but I think a lot of people forget how good this guy and how important this guy was in 2016 when they won the Euros. Stepped up in the final when Ronaldo got injured. One of the greatest talents of all time that never flourished. But man already mentioned it. This is my motherfucking guy. This is one of my favorite players of all time. Ricardo Quaresma. Is he just like, yeah? Oh, never mind. It's a bit different. Quaresma in the right wing. And I think a lot of us will agree that this is the all-time greatest Portugal lineup of all time. I think a lot of us will agree. Like some people might say different. If I talk to Northside, you probably not really agree with some, but nevertheless, if I look at the scene, like yeah, this is a great thing. I think All-time highest squad. Imma do that next stream, though. Imma do it next stream. Like, I'm actually when I'm gonna do, the watch along for the Netherlands, I'm also gonna do this in the meantime, like, when it's halftime or even during the game, you know what I'm saying, just to make the stream a little bit more fun. I'm gonna do an all-time IF squad. I could even do an all-time ISET squad because I watched ISET a few times, so I could even do that. But Imma save that for the next stream, though. But to be honest, out of all the teams that I've assembled, like national squads, I feel like the Netherlands had the most intimidating. And I'm not trying to be biased over here, right? Because Brazil, of course, was crazy as well. Um, with the Spain, Spain was also that, bro. Spain probably has the best midfield of all of it. Spain had the best midfield, but I feel like all around threat, like I'm talking about all around threat, just dangerous from every position. The Netherlands, Germany as well. But I didn't do Germany, so I'm gonna do that next. I'm gonna do it next time though, because I think Germany is another one where you look at wow, wow. But the Netherlands, that all-time team that I had, bro. If you put that team in the World Cup right now, it's over. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the World Cup. The Netherlands play Sunday. I'm gonna do a live stream for that, and then I'm gonna see which when the next live stream is. But we're gonna do the watch along for that game. So subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. Comment down below what your thoughts are about everything we discussed, and then we move on to the weekend. And maybe I'm gonna drop something sporadically out of nowhere, like before the World Cup starts. Who knows? But yeah, with that being said, have a blessed evening, peoples, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out.